What's going on, Ram fam? It's me, ya boy, Alex the Rambler. Today we're going to be taking a look at the worst reviewed Paradox game that you've never heard of. And no, it's not Imperator Rome. Although Imperator isn't exactly doing well on the old Steam reviews at the moment. Obviously, the game has its flaws. It's definitely not a perfect game. I don't think it's a 4 out of 10. I'm leaning towards more of a 6 out of 10 myself, but I digress. But I'm going to digress a little bit more. I've decided to return Rambler's Comment Corner. So, make sure to leave a comment if you want to be featured in the next Rambler's Comment Corner. Should be returning in the next video, so I'll be taking a look at what you're posting. Doesn't have to be hairline related. Okay? Now, your favourite Paradox games, whether that be Imperator, Hearts of Iron, Crusader Kings 2, or Europa Universalis 4, were all developed and released internally through Paradox Development Studios, or Paradox Interactive. But what you may not know is that Paradox has actually published a lot of games over the years, some of which weren't good. In fact, you can see here that there's a list of Paradox games developed, published, and or distributed by the video game publisher Paradox Interactive. Now, there's quite a lot. In fact, one of them isn't released yet. If we scroll back up, Age of Wonders Planetfall, not out yet, but it will be soon. Battletech, that was actually well received by the community. But if we keep on scrolling, you can see that a lot of titles weren't exactly stellar releases. In fact, a lot of these I haven't really heard of. It's quite surprising the amount of games that were released that just kind of faded into obscurity. But most publishers have gone down this road before of just publishing anything and everything that they can get their hands on. And Paradox hasn't been any different. Oh, yep. I remember War of the Roses and War of the Vikings. I remember those well. I actually bought both of them on release, and within a year, the servers have pretty much died to nothing. That was annoying. But Fat Shark, who developed War of the Roses and War of the Vikings, has actually gone on to release some pretty decent stuff now with Warhammer Vermintide, so good for them. But no, today we'll be looking at a game that was released in 2012. It was only published by Paradox, it wasn't actually developed by them. I believe it was actually only developed by one person, and that title is Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. Now if we go onto the developer's website, you can see here, Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. Click here to buy the game on Steam. I did that in 2012, and within about a month the servers were dead. There was no one really playing it anymore. So if we go and click on this old button here, you can see that it's not even for sale anymore. Yeah. A year after release, there's no servers up and I can't host my own, so has the game been shut down? Oof. Wow, someone in 2017 was actually looking for someone to co-op with. I very much doubt that happened. The artwork's kind of cool though. I do think that the artwork's really cool. And the last bit of news that was released was patch 1.03, so the world editor plus dedicated servers on the 11th of May 2012. So for 7 years, there hasn't been an update to Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. Well, I will be showing you the game just so you can kind of see what games that Paradox used to publish. Now, I have a lot of respect for video game developers. I definitely couldn't develop a game at all. I do not have the skills nor the patience to develop my own, but I'm just critiquing one instead. That's the easy way, and I'm probably going to stick with doing that. Now, I usually take IGN reviews with a pinch of salt. I do actually agree with IGN on this review, though. It is pretty much a 2 out of 10. The menus work. Mostly. The in-game interface is ugly, cluttered, and in the case of RTS gameplay, dysfunction. Calling the visuals in this game dated is being generous. Repetitive and annoying voice acting brings it down, but the music and sound effects are okay. Despite the quirky and cool sounding concept, the current game is a broken, unpolished mess. Maybe, just maybe, this will be a game worth playing if the developer delivers on the updates. On Metacritic, Gettysburg Armoured Warfare has a Metascore of 22 from 6 critics, or a user score of 2.4. Imperator Rome has a higher user score than that, and it's being absolutely review bombed on Steam. I would load up Steam, but I can't actually load up the store at the time of recording. It's broken. Steam is broken and won't let me show it. Now, why am I highlighting Gettysburg Armoured Warfare of all things? Well, it's something that I played back in the day on my old second channel, and it was actually one of my most viewed videos, I believe, when I first uploaded a video on this game. That's right, on my second channel, you can see that I covered a few games over the years, one of which being very early on. Oh my god, look at that hair. Being Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. Now let's find a few clips of this before I jump on in once again.
Look at him gazing into the distance. Look at that sun. Beautiful, isn't it?
Good lord. Okay, well this is...
Hello, I'm Alex, and you join me playing Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. I'm going to try my hand at a multiplayer match. I had a bit of a game yesterday evening, just on the single player. So...
Oh god, okay, so this is on release, and they only had about 3-4 matches that had people in? Oof. And yes, I am aware I sound a lot different nowadays, but back in 2012, little Rambler was just getting started. I think I'm gonna jump on back into the game and show you that this probably lives up to being one of the worst games that Paradox ever published. Again, this isn't hating on the developer, but it wasn't polished, it wasn't a good game. If it had more development time, maybe it could have been a fun experience. But let's give it a little try in 2019. Okay. It appears tabbing out of the game makes it reload completely, and now it won't show through OBS. That's bad. And it also messes up everything in my browser. I'm aware I'm just showing a black screen right now. Oh, it's reloading the whole game again. Oh dear. Well. Great. Okay, so I've managed to get it showing in OBS. However, having it run in full screen has now made it so I can't actually click on anything else. I can drag this particular box, but I can't... Oh my god. Help! Right, well, let's reload it, I guess. We're in, and I've disabled the music just so I can actually hopefully not get copyright claimed. Although, would this have used copyright music? Maybe. You never know. So, let's take a little look and see if there's anything... Nope. No servers found. Well, are the leaderboards still up? Wow, there is. Well, there was an army builder in here. I'm not honestly sure what you'd put into the army builder. Did I actually... Oh, I guess I created one. There we go. And if I go onto the... Oh my god. Okay. What we'll be doing is going onto the offline practice mode and taking a little look. So as you can see, you either have 1860s or 2060s. So there was 200 years between the civil wars that you can see in Gettysburg Armoured Warfare. And there are 4 maps, I believe. Yes. Wait. Gettysburg, Antietam, Seven Pines, and Silo. Yes, there's 4 maps that you could explore and do whatever you want. I think we'll just stick with Gettysburg today. We have an army skirmish, a death match. So why don't we just jump into a death match? Now, you can kind of see here that we can control anything and everything. So if I select my troops now, I can... What? Apparently I can't tell them to go over there. Excuse me? Oh. I guess I can't command them. Orders disabled in deathmatch. Oh, well, okay. Well, shall we just drive around in a tank?
Ready to raise some holy hell, sir!
I've been driving for approximately 30 seconds now, and I haven't encountered a single enemy. But I haven't. I'm in a tank as the Confederacy, so that's nice. Ah, shall we shoot a Zeppelin? Oh! Can we run them over? Let's see. Yes. Oh my giddly gosh. Oh my giddly gosh. Well, I managed to kill quite a few of the American forces there. Very good, very good. Yeah, the animations aren't amazing. Is that one of my troops? It's very hard to tell. Oh no, they're one of mine. Right, so now we can go back to this whole map, and you can assume control of anyone, which is. There we go.
Command, sir.
Ah, very nice indeed, sir. Very nice indeed. Oh, geez, Louise. I can't remember how I could go. How I could. Oh no. Oh, what the heck have I just done? What? Should I? That's.
A finer airship did sail the skies.
Never a finer airship did sail the skies. Indeed. Ah, yes. You have the ability to bomb. Right. So you can see how this has the potential to be quite fun. But it was released in not an amazing state. I'm not sure Paradox really gave it much support over the years at all. In fact, it seems like they've just wanted to kind of forget about it. But I've brought it back to the foray. Don't you love me, Paradox? Please say you love... I'm probably getting uninvited from ParadoxCon. Well, I have no idea where any of the armed forces is, so why don't we go and try a bit where we can actually control the forces? Like, I can control it like an RTS. Oh my gosh, you can have a mixture of old units and new. Lovely stuff. For this, we shall try Antietam. I'm aware I'm saying that incorrectly. Well, here we go. Off we go. Oh, there's even cavalry. You can be a cavalry person. I think. Oh, no, this is the one where I can select my units, yes?
They won't feel a thing, brother.
Yeah, there we go. So this is basically a 2012 version of Steel Division. Right? See, so many Paradox games have taken inspiration from Gettysburg Armored Warfare. Yep. This is a thing. I can't quite believe this. Oh, dearie me. I don't think the developer of the game would have set out to create an intentionally bad experience. I don't think any developer goes into that when they're trying to make a game, although maybe Anthem. And it's a shame this game didn't live up to its potential, because I can see it being quite a fun little experience, especially if you can get 64 human control players on a map.
This hill is ours.
Oh, there's no collision damage. Gettysburg Armored Warfare seems to be one of those titles which was always destined to fade into obscurity. Limited publisher support, limited developer support post-release, and a very bad first impression. It's just destined to die. So if you think your experience playing Imperator Rome has been a frustrating one, just imagine my experience in 2012 spending my money on, at the time, a game I couldn't actually get a refund from. Food for thought. Food for thought. For all I know, there could be a Paradox title that's been reviewed worse than Gettysburg Armored Warfare, but I don't think that there is. Please feel free to tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that this could be the worst reviewed Paradox published titled game of all time. And I bet you never even knew it existed. So if you've enjoyed this little odd video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment for Rambler's Comment Corner. And let's start a petition to get Gettysburg Armored Warfare back on Steam and get it to the top sellers list. How about that? Gettysburg Armoured Warfare, Game of the Year 2019. Many thanks to Wyatt, Onion Duck, Salty Dog, Name1231, Aidan, Andrew, Jiggly Crotch, Brock Obama, Martin, Sean and Logan for being ridiculous Rambler supporters on Patreon, and many thanks to all the other patrons too!